All right, so I don't know who this is for. I've talked about this before, but I'm going to share it with y'all again. Again, I don't know who this is for. It's for somebody. It ain't just me. All right, so I told y'all before, I mentioned the owner, creator of the Keurig Coffee Cup Company, the Keurig Coffee brand. Not just the Keurig Coffee Cup Company, but he is the inventor of the pod cup coffee cup invention, the patent, the originator, the person who created the actual small cups that many of us use to brew a single use cup of coffee. So for this, it was only your general filter. You pour a big bag of coffee or a small bag of coffee into a filter. You put it into the coffee machine. You add water. The hot water brews over it. It brings it down into the coffee pot. The other option, the only way to get your own personal cup of coffee was to utilize the old school instant coffee, which I hated. Always hated. Even when I was a kid, I was a coffee snob and did not like instant coffee. But you would take a couple of scoops of coffee, depending on your flavor, your taste, your strength, how strong you want it. You would take it and you put it in the coffee cup, your personal cup, and then you add the water and you got your own personal cup of coffee. Then it comes along Keurig. Those were the only ways that you could have a personal cup of coffee. Then comes along Keurig. Keurig allows you to take the pod and put the pod in and put one individual cup of coffee. Now, why is this important? The gentleman who produced this, who created this, who patented this, went through a significant, extreme amount of struggle, stress, problems, issues to get this invention off the ground. I could only imagine what he went through. I know what I go through here building a company. Okay, I know what I go through here trying to produce high quality Christian, gospel, clean, faith-based content. All right. It's a challenge because the market isn't really set up for that. The market isn't really structured for you to create faith-based content that's clean, that's family friendly. It's not really set up for it, much less to get national distribution, much less to have sponsors. But that's not what this conversation is about. Back to the brother who created the Keurig coffee pods. So he creates these coffee pods. He runs into a lot of trouble. It cost him his family. It cost him his marriage. From what I understand, he lost a lot. Well, he takes on some investors. It does not go well with the investors. He winds up getting to the point where he actually decides to sell the company. He sold his interest in the company. He sold the patent. All of it, walked away for $50,000. Over 10 years of work went into creating this patent. Over 10 years of work went into creating the coffee company. And he sold it all for $50,000. The first time Keurig Cup Coffee Company sold, the first time it sold, it was sold for $600 million. Let that sink in for a minute. Let that marinate. The first time it was sold by the people whom he sold it to, it was sold for $600 million. The second time it was sold for multi-billions of dollars. To this day, Keurig Coffee Pod Cups owns the patent on the coffee pod brand. And it just became open for other companies to utilize the patent a few years ago. What did Keurig do? What they did was they made deals with all of the major coffee brands and other utilizers and distributors so that they had to come back to them. They didn't just do deals for the coffee. They did deals for the invention. There's been over 15 billion cups of Keurig coffee pod coffee cups sold. 15 billion. Why am I talking about that so much? Because I'm telling you, whoever you are, I'm telling you, don't quit. Oh, don't quit. Oh, Lord, I know it might look hard. I know it might be a challenge. I know the water might be rising around you, but don't quit. Look up to the hills from which our help come from. Don't quit. Where's your mustard seed faith? Don't quit. Where's your Matthew, your Mark, your Luke? Where's your faith? Hold on. Don't quit. Yeah, I'm telling you that because I don't care what anybody says. It does not feel good when a company that you sold, an invention that you sold, a brand that you sold, a concept that you created, and you sold for $50,000 is then sold for $600 million and then multi-billions of dollars. And it's not just about the money. It's not just about the business. It's not just about the concept. It's about your faith. It's about your legacy. It's about what God has called you to do. Particularly those of you who doing something that you know God told you to do, that you know is a call of God. Whether that's ministry, whether that's industry, whether that's business, whether that is in community support, whether that's in government, whatever that is, I'm telling you, don't quit. It's been a struggle this year, 2023, for me and our company and our family. But God, I'm telling you, y'all, hold on. Build your trust muscle. Get your faith weight up. Listen, y'all, we about to talk about this thing today. It is the last show of 2023 for the Akintunde show. And we're doing a year in review. Plus, we're talking about 2024. What's to come? Yeah. And I'm telling y'all, don't quit. Don't quit. Don't walk away right now. And please don't leave right now because we're about to get this show started. Call your mama, call your daddy, call your auntie, call your cousin, call your family, call your friends, and let them all know that the Akintunde show is about to start. Let's go.
Another track layer production with no joke entertainment. Let's go.
Akintunde is gonna make you laugh real loud. So come on, scream it out. Akintunde.
One of the best stories that I have in satisfying one of our clients happened just recently. We had a young lady that was did a family reunion for, and then they came back and placed a reorder. Now, when they placed the reorder, we could not get everything done in time. Well, we had to pull a lot of strings, make some things happen, work a little bit late, but it worked out where we were able to get the t-shirts printed and out for delivery. That's the things that we do for our clients, and we want to do that for you as well.
It's easy to become frustrated when ordering branded products and apparel, but P&B Promotionals is here to help ease those frustrations with their over 800,000 promotional products and apparel. Whether screen printed t-shirts, embroidered polo shirts, stadium cups, umbrellas, or mugs, P&B Promotionals has just what you need. Log on to pbpromotionals.com and start your order now. That's pbpromotionals.com, or send an email to info@pbpromotionals.net. info@pbpromotionals.net.
Imprinting the best for less. P&B Promotionals.
Are you under age 65 and still need health insurance? Now is the time. And we can help. We are Be Insured for Life. And we assist people like you to get health insurance now. Individuals, families, self-employed, early retirees, gig workers, even 1099 filers. Or, you lost your job? No problem. Our full suite of health, life, and supplemental plans fit every need. Some subsidized plans even have a 0 monthly premium. What is your need? Call Be Insured for Life today at 866-357-0777. Or visit our website at beinsuredforlife.net. We are open all year.
At my church, we help people get better by teaching them how the word works. And we want to make sure there is no excuse not to get the word. It's our goal to make all of our ministries accessible on every smartphone, tablet, PC, and television connected to the internet. So whether you're a man who needs some wisdom, a woman who needs some encouragement, or a couple who needs guidance, the My Church channel has just what you need. Simply search for the My Church channel on Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV, or visit mychurchchannel.org. You can also download the My Church on the Go app from Apple or Google Play App Store. Constantly on the move? Check out the Word at My Church podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Or simply download the Word at My Church skill on your Alexa-enabled device. But whatever you do, make sure to stay connected. See you soon.
Stop walking in front of the prophet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, family. Welcome to the show. This is the Akintunde Show. We're broadcasting live on Clubhouse, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on the My Church channel. And listen, man, when I tell you, we got something for you. I got a special gift for you. See this card right here? This is your perfect Christmas present right here. Perfect Christmas present. This is your download card. This is the fastest selling holiday gift we've ever had in our company's history. Praise God. Yeah, I can say that. That's a fact. Fastest selling holiday gift we've ever had in our company's history. And this is my very first A Very Funny Christmas holiday bundle. You get 3 comedy specials and a comedy album, an audio album download for $25. 4 projects for $25. All you have to do is log on to averyfunnychristmas.com and you can get this order right now. Again, this is a perfect Christmas present. All of you who have already missed the mail, meaning you cannot get your gift out in time, you're not going to make it. Guess what? We got you. We got you covered. All right. So if you can log on to averyfunnychristmas.com and you can order yours right now and have it delivered directly to the person that you would like to. When I'm talking about delivering, I'm talking about digital delivery. Now, you can purchase it if you live in Columbia. You can come by here and get one. How it works is you log on to averyfunnychristmas.com and you put the code in. You put the download code in, the one that's covered right here. Each card has a download code. And if you want to utilize this as a Christmas card, you can write a special message down here to your friend, your family member, your coworker, your sibling, your children, whomever, and you can write a special message. So Merry Christmas from Donna to you, and then all you do is they just log on to the website and download the 3 projects right there. Put the code in and download. I love it. I love this digital game. I love it. Let me tell you another reason why I love it. Because I was on the road last weekend, and normally if I'm selling merchandise on the road, I got to have you, particularly right now, because I don't have an official road manager. Ronnie just got out of the hospital. Jaleel is busy. Deja got a job. All my other road managers are going on to do other stuff. So I'm still looking for a new road manager, or I'm going to see if Ronnie's going to be able to come back with his significant healing process that he's going through. So I don't have a road manager. So I don't have anybody to set the table up, and I don't have anybody to tote CDs and DVDs and all that stuff. Man, when I tell you these doggone download cards travel easy, oh, Jesus. Great day. My God. And guess what? If you order one and you want us to deliver it, I'll even send it out for you. Come in these nice envelopes already prepared for you. Yeah. Man, this has really been, like I said, the fastest selling holiday item we've ever had. So you can get the physical, or you can get the actual digital virtual version of it by logging on to averyfunnychristmas.com and make your order right now. Again, averyfunnychristmas.com, and go ahead and get your A Very Funny Christmas download comedy bundle. listen, y'all. Again, thank y'all so much. This also serves as our end of year fundraiser. Of course, we're WF Media Group. We are one part of a business, another part of a ministry / non-profit. What we do here, we do for the glory of God. We do here to expand the kingdom. So if you can support us as well, if you order 10, you get 100. Watch this right here. If you order 10 downloads, that's $250. You get 100. You can send this out to up to 100 people. Boy, I'm telling you, you can be a blessing to some folks. You can hit a lot of people, whether you're a ministry, maybe you're a politician, maybe you're an attorney, maybe you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, whomever. You can hit a lot of people with this great promotion right here. Again, our first time ever, a Very Funny Christmas holiday bundle, our first comedy bundle ever, and our fastest selling holiday product ever in the history of our company. Log on to averyfunnychristmas.com and make your order right now. All right, let's get the show started, y'all. We got a lot to talk about today. If you're watching on Clubhouse, y'all missed my entire cold open. And it was real good too. So I would advise you to go back and listen to it. It was very encouraging. It was for me at least. Hope it was for you as well. All right, y'all, listen. She hails from the fine state of New York, but she lives here. We got it, y'all. She ain't going nowhere. And she celebrated her 65th birthday this year in 2023. Oh my God. He hails from Virginia, Lynchburg. And he is from the streets of Petersburg. And he turned 52 this year along with myself. Y'all welcome him to the stage, to the show. Pastor Lewis Tucker, Donna J, producer extraordinaire. What it do, family? How y'all doing? Good morning. Why? I can't hear Donna that well. All right. Why don't I hear Donna that well? Yes. We're going to get these roaches out the system by next year, too. Yes. I don't know why we can't hear Donna that well, but I want to hear. So we're going to figure that out. Jaleel, go to break real quick. And we'll come back and we'll get the show started. All right, y'all. Do me a favor. Share the room, share Clubhouse, share Facebook. And I got to shout out my Clubhouse family who's in the business. Clubhouse hung out with us the whole year. And we're going through a lot of growth and a lot of transitions. And but man, y'all stay right there. I'm going to fix Donna's mic, see what's going on with Donna's mic. And we'll be right back. This is Akintunde Show.
Are you under age 65 and still need health insurance? Now is the time. And we can help. We are Be Insured for Life. And we assist people like you to get health insurance now. Individuals, families, self-employed, early retirees, gig workers, even 1099 filers. Or, you lost your job? No problem. Our full suite of health, life, and supplemental plans fit every need. Some subsidized plans even have a 0 monthly premium. What is your need? Call Be Insured for Life today at 866-357-0777. Or visit our website at beinsuredforlife.net. We are open all year.
Greetings. I am Darrell Presley, owner and operator of Presley Cares Mortuary Services of West Columbia, South Carolina. Our mission here at Presley's is to provide excellent, quality, superior funeral service to all, regardless of economic status, religion, or race, with our society being embedded with a diverse class of people. Our staff here at Presley's pledges to offer only one class of service, and that is superior. So rendering professional services to the families that call upon us is not an option, it's mandatory. Presley Cares Mortuary Services, where we are caring for you and your loved one.
It's the Akintunde Show.
Say what?
Say what?
You heard what I said.
That's right, y'all.
The Akintunde Show.
Spell it.
A-K-I-N Tunde.
Oh, yeah.
All right, y'all. We got Donna's audio straight. Good morning to you, family. Hey, a couple things we're doing next year, too. This year, we're hiring. Still hiring salespeople. Y'all gonna make me outsource my entire sales team. I don't want to do that. But y'all gonna make me. I done fired a person this year. I'm just keeping it real with you. I done fired a person this year. Another person quit. And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And when I tell you, hold on a second. When I tell you right now, I got the evaluation of our first offering for 2024, and it blew my mind. I'm telling you, if you want to do some sales and you want to make some money and you want to do it for a brand, a company that's not going to convict you, if you have some values, if you want to be selling nonsense and offering craziness, and you want to make some serious money, you need to holler at me. I'm telling you. I'm not saying that arrogantly. I'm not saying that pridefully. I'm telling you. Now, if you self-motivated, because I will motivate you, but I'm not going to drag you. One thing I learned this year right here, can't drag people. This a whole segment right here. You need to cut this out. If people don't want to go along with you, cut them loose. Let them go. You can't drag people. No. Yeah. That wasn't even part of the rundown. That wasn't even part of the show. That was free right there. But if you're serious, you want to sell some serious sponsor package, you need to holler at us. I'm serious. Give us a call at 1-800-280-0094. That's 1-800-280-0094. And the one thing I've learned this year, Don and Pastor Tuck, is one of the biggest lessons I've learned this year is be slow to hire and quick to fire.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm telling you.
That sounds about right.
Because I'm telling you, here's why that's important. Because I'm telling you, people will waste your time, waste your money. And let me just say, how did I get on this? Let me say this right here. When you're an entrepreneur, a growing business, I don't even call us a small business because we're not a small business. When you're a growing business, something that's not going to hurt Amazon. Whack employees not going to kill Amazon's business. Whack employees not going to affect Amazon's monthly bottom line because they got a system in place. They get rid of you, keep it moving. But over here at WF Media Group, whack employees can slow you down, can hurt your business. So guess what? I don't have time to deal with the nonsense. Oh, this ain't working out. Hey, I see. I got you. You didn't show up 3 times, or you was late 2 or 3 times, and then you came in, you left, or you came in and you was on your phone. Hey, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You got left here. I apologize. See you later. Bye. Because I don't have time to be paying you and you're not doing nothing. So you're not showing up. I'm sorry. God, dog. How we get on this? Anyway.
What's the old adage? It ain't personal. It's business.
It's just business.
It's business. It ain't personal.
It is business. Yeah. Okay. All right. Again, so we hiring folks, y'all. We need a lot of folks to hire and a lot of folks on our team. And we got some great opportunities. Again, some great opportunities. Let me shout out. Speaking, I want to shout my Clubhouse family out. Thank y'all so much, Clubhouse, for supporting and being there with us. Y'all drop in the comments what y'all looking forward to in 2023. Whatever you're looking forward to, whatever you believe in God for, drop it in the comments in 2023. Whether that's a new job, whether that's more business, whether that's a man, whether that's a woman, whether that's something for your children. If you want to get 3 inches taller, I don't know what it is. They got that now. Believe it or not, y'all know that? Mm-hmm. Pastor Tuck, Pastor Tuck, you can get 6'3" if you want to. I know you're 6 foot now. You can get 6'3" right now if you want to. You got some surgery for that. Did you know that?
Me for nothing, player.
Say again now?
You're not cutting me for nothing.
They will. So this is what they do. Don, did you know that?
Yes.
I'm going home with all original equipment.
Actually, what they do is, I think they take the bones from another part of your body, or they extend it out. Mm-hmm. This is random. This has nothing to do with the show, but yeah. You can go. They can put like 3 inches on your. They can extend your ulnar and your radius out like 3 inches.
See, one thing folk don't realize, like you said, they going out here getting them height surgeries, like you said, forgetting to do their arms.
Yeah,
one looking like T-Rex.
That's funny.
That is funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, man, if you're gonna get the height surgery, go ahead and get your arms done too. Drop in the comments if y'all would get the height surgery. Would anybody be considered getting height surgery?
Yeah, you 6'4" and you got 5'2" arms. Walk around looking like T-Rex.
They can't take you that far. I don't
Like
think.
you said, drop your keys. You can't pick them up. Can you hand me them down there, player?
Get my
Hand me them
keys
down there.
from me down there.
Look in my pocket, reach in my pocket, and hand me that money. And hand me that.
Walk around looking like Matthew McConaughey.
Now, what if you were getting Matthew McConaughey? But wait, what if you were getting knee surgery? So you just have them go on and add the little extra bones in there while they do it.
Yeah, I know quite a few people who've had knee
Knees
surgery.
and hips.
So, Pastor, you wouldn't get knee surgery if your knees was out. You wouldn't get knee surgery.
Hey man,
Would you get
I'm just not a fan of surgery. Period.
Me neither.
I'm just not a fan of surgery. Period. The only times I've ever been cut, I've had carpal tunnel surgery.
Okay.
In both my hands. That's the only surgery I've ever had, and I've only had stitches in 2 of my fingers.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I've had to have my ulnar radius like redone in my arms. Wow. So I've had that. It was a clean break when I had a wreck when I was 17 years old. Totaled my car and messed myself up. So I had to get some serious surgery for that. Other than that, I haven't had. Yeah. I'm sorry. I cut my hand. That's right around the same time. I cut my hand and cut my nerve, and they had that repaired. And I was supposed to only get a certain percentage of my feeling back in it. I have 100%. I was supposed to only get a certain amount of motion back in my arm. I got 100% there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but other than that, I haven't had any surgery. And I try to stay healthy as much as possible. And Eunice's grandfather died at 99. Ooh. He died at 99. And when I asked Eunice what his secret was, she said he told her he don't take medicine and he stay out the hospital.
Oh, okay.
That was his principle.
That sounds good.
I'm from that old school like him. Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah. Listen, y'all fought Pat Tucker if you want. Y'all better go to the hospital if you need to.
Rub some dirt on it.
Oh man,
it'd be all right. Rub some dirt on it.
And man,
everybody get old age, you fall down, bleeding. Rub some dirt on it. You'll be all right.
Speaking of falling down and bleeding, the Cowboys fell down bad this Sunday. Oh Lord.
They fell down bad.
Oh my God.
Speaking of getting dragged,
and your brother-in-law, Rudy Mitchell, gonna try to post on my timeline talking trash. But I want you to check his timeline this morning. Because I returned the favor for him last night.
Dang.
Hold on. It was other people calling me, talking trash to me for you. I was like, hey. I said, I'm not a Cowboys fan. And just let your man Pastor Tuck know that they got drugged.
Let your man.
Hey. All I can tell you see that watch? You see that ring?
Is that a Cowboys watch?
I ain't hiding.
We gonna see.
Wow.
Look, check my timeline. Like excuse that. I ain't hiding.
Your other man had a hard year. You went hard for Dion.
Hey,
Dion had
and what we
I'll
say?
go hard.
Them jokers had a god awful season.
Right.
After
Right.
it came out, they started out good.
That's all right.
We ain't hard to find. We not hard to find. That's exactly what Dion said. See, one thing about it, he had a hard year, and everybody looking right now, and the transfer portal is blowing up. Kids are still running to him.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, I celebrate Dion. I'm cutting up, but I celebrate Dion for what he did.
No,
what he was able to accomplish. But they did after it all balanced out. You know what I'm saying? It's just like money. It's just like business. Numbers don't lie.
Exactly. and just like numbers don't lie, they can talk all the trash. Like your buddy Rudy talking all that trash about my Cowboys. You want to talk all that trash about my Cowboys? He loved to sell them wolf tickets, talking about his Philadelphia Eagles. But one thing Rudy can't do is do like this here.
What is that?
He can't do this here.
Oh, the rings?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he can't do this.
But them rings, them some old rings right there, though.
It don't matter.
Them some
Guess
old rings.
Guess what?
You get those rings from?
Look,
you probably got it from a pawn shop where all the rest of the Cowboys rings go to die.
If Rudy do it, he do it like this. When Rudy do it, he do it like this. All he can do is do this.
Pinky about to get you past the tuck. Pinky about to jump on you.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Him and
That's her
Pinky too.
team. She been
Yeah. So all that trash they want to talk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All I can tell you, get you some more hardware and come to the big kids table before you talk trash to me.
I know Sunday. When I found out how bad they lost, what I did, Donna, was I got real quiet. And as I got real quiet, I heard somebody just humming. I'm talking about just
Yeah, you heard somebody humming, all right. You heard somebody humming, all right.
Go ahead, Donna. Go ahead. Hallelujah. Oh, yes, God. Oh, them Cowboys, God. Oh, them boys. Oh, yes, God.
That's what I was doing to Pinky too.
Sound the end of the Jeffersons.
No, see.
There's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser every week.
See.
I'm sorry.
I was a loser this year.
No, see what you actually heard when you got real quiet, and what you heard was this right here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he got to see. He done sat there and found some song or something like that, some theme song, and it's not playing.
I just wanted to answer the question once and for all to settle it for the record. So if you got a question about me, my Cowboy fans, whether I'm still a fan, whether I'm feeling bad, let me just answer that for you right now.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still the boy? Y'all usually check on me.
Who is that? Who is that?
Still them boys. I'm still them boys.
Who is that? Who is singing that?
I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys.
That's Pastor Tuck singing that.
Yeah.
No, Pastor Tuck. Pastor Tuck is not a singer.
Find you a real
Pastor
football
Tuck is not a singer.
team.
Pastor Tuck.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. That's what Joey said at the end. Have a great day, Joey. You enjoy yourself today. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Woo.
Get you a real football team before you try to talk trash.
Wow. Now the rest of y'all ain't got a real football team.
Yeah, these Johnny come latelys.
It's been a rough year for the in sports.
Yes, it has.
And let me turn Jaleel mic off. He back there sneezing. I thought he was about to say something. I heard back there cutting up and laughing. I said, let me turn Jaleel mic on, but in that turn it right back off. Speaking of sports and promotions, listen. If you need a good promotion, isn't that a nice segue, Don? Looking for promotional products and apparel? Look no further than P&B Promotionals. Place your brand and logo on just about anything with P&B Promotionals. Over 800,000 products: hats, mugs, backpacks, bottles, cups, drinking glasses, lip balm, chewing gum, candy, and of course, T-shirts. P&B Promotionals is a nationally certified advertising institution. Log on to pbpromotionals.com and start your order now. pbpromotionals.com. Imprinting the best for less, P&B Promotionals. And a huge shout out to Mr. Pelham Myers and Sister Brenda Myers for re-upping and extending their relationship with the Akintunde Show as a sponsor. Thank you so much as they support, again, the Ox Show. They supported Healthy Laughter real big this year, as well as First Sundays. So again, thank you, Mr. Pelham. Thank you, Sister Brenda, Mrs. Brenda. And we do not take it lightly at all. Y'all amazing support. Huge shout out to all of the ministries who are utilizing our services again, right here at WF Media Group. Huge shout out to Pastor James Murray, who Jaleel and I just completed an install camera setup for them, taking their media ministry to the next level. Huge shout out to Pastor Brad and Pastor Chandler, who were in here this weekend recording fresh content and streaming live content from WF Media Studios. What? My God. My God. Thank y'all so much. We don't take it lightly at all. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Absolutely not.
Yes. And
Thank you.
last thing I'll tell you this right, then we'll get into the topic for today. Listen, coming up on December 31st, New Year's Eve, I will be in Slidell, Louisiana, and y'all can enjoy with me because I will be streaming live on the My Church channel. Me, Pastor Weathersby, Pastor Chiquita, and the entire Slidell location of will be streaming live on the My Church channel. So listen, y'all, just make sure y'all look out for that. We'll post more information about that so y'all can enjoy the comedy show and the word for New Year's Eve. My Church channel is not playing, y'all. Listen, you need to be on there. I'm telling you right now, Pastor Tuck has some new opportunities that's rolling out right now. Get in early while you can.
Yep.
Matter of fact, we got an announcement. Victory Christian Ministries International.
Hold on. Let me give you some music. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Go
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Victory Christian Ministries International with Apostles Tony and Cynthia Brazelton out of Suitland, Maryland. Of course, they have 9 locations.
Yes.
But they are, for the past 2 weeks, they just started about 2 weeks ago. They are now streaming on the My Church channel. Their Sunday morning services start at 10 a.m.
Come on now.
Right before the Word at My Church with Pastors Lewis and Stephanie Tucker.
Wow.
Yes.
So if you need a word from God, make sure you are tapping into the My Church channel on Sunday mornings.
Yes.
If you can't get out, if you're working on Sundays, if you're somewhere else, if you're on the road, can't get to your local house of faith, make sure you have the My Church channel on your phone, on your Roku, on your Fire Stick. Inclement weather, make sure you're there because you can always get a word from the Lord on the My Church channel.
That inclement weather is real.
Right.
We in the midst of coming out of a storm right now. And that My Church channel can answer some of those issues you may have.
And all of the other great faith-based programming that we have, such as the Akintunde Show.
Hallelujah. Hey. Come on.
Did you feel it? Did you feel it?
I just felt it.
All right.
Listen, Pastor Tuck, how can they get in touch with you, sir?
At my church Lynchburg I'm sorry. I just went blank.
Love My Church.
My Church Lynch at lovemychurch.org.
Lovemychurch.org. All right, there it is.
All
All right, y'all.
all right.
Y'all get on the website. Y'all get more information. And again, if you want to watch and enjoy, and if you want to get more information how your ministry can be a part of the My Church family, listen, hit us up. Hit Pastor Tuck up. Lovemychurch.org.
All right.
2023 has been an amazing year. Man, the number one thing for me for 2023 that has been built up is the trust muscle. Pastor Tuck has, he and I was talking about this the other day, is when God takes you on a journey, and particularly as God begins to position you and increase you, it's the trust muscle must be intact. Because I don't care if you got it. I don't care if you're rolling. You got to trust God. Donna,
Yes.
how has 2023 been for you spiritually? Of course, it's been a big year for you in many ways. You working. You fought through several things. It's been you got a new grandbaby in 2023. You turned 65. What kind of year has it been for you so far, sis?
It has been exhausting.
I love your
It's
honesty.
been exhausting.
First, we need to address something. Donna need to stop lying on her age too. We gonna do some fact check. Donna need to bring some Department of Vital Records and Statistics. We need to see birth certificates. Donna's sitting on here looking like she 12 years younger than me and you both on camera, and we need some proof. We need some proof.
Yeah, I done been.
We need to see some records.
I done had a couple people corner me talking about, is she really 65?
Yes.
Is she really?
Yeah. We need some records. We need some records.
65.
I
don't really know what I think 65. We don't really know what 65 look like
What is it
anymore.
supposed to look like? Exactly. What is it supposed to look like?
Yeah.
But even
All I'm
before,
saying is, I'm 52, you 52. Donna's sitting in between us looking younger than we are. Something wrong.
Yeah.
I call foul. I call foul.
oh man.
She got us.
We want to see some
All
proof.
right. All right.
We want to see some proof. We want to see some proof, Ock. We want to see some proof.
You won't see that.
She said you won't say that.
Yeah, see?
I would bring my birth certificate. Hey,
But
my sister might be on. She'll tell you.
Said Pinky can confirm it.
We can't trust Pinky. Pinky like the Eagles. We can't trust Pinky.
Hey, but speaking of Pinky, let me do a shout out to Crystal, her daughter, Crystal Johnson. Crystal won the Honda Cars of Aiken Augusta High School Athlete of the Week.
Wow.
She had 37. She's a basketball player, so she won for basketball.
Wow.
37 37,553 votes she got.
Wow.
And that was 42% of the overall. But she scored a double-double. She probably had a triple-double, 27 points
Wow.
and 14 rebounds in one game and 17 points and 13 rebounds. And she plays for Silver Bluff High School.
Wow.
So shout out to Crystal. Yes, Crystal. The Honda Cars of Aiken and Augusta High School Athlete of the Week.
Congratulations, Crystal. That's amazing. 37,000 votes?
Yes.
That's saying something.
37,553.
Wow. You better do it, Crystal.
Yay.
Wow.
Go, girl. Go,
Praise
girl.
God. What year is she in?
She's a senior.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a senior. So, yeah, we gotta get her out there. She had a couple of college offers already. So
Wow.
we're just looking to see where she's going to go.
Hey, scholarship.
Hey.
Say it.
Woo!
Say it. Say it.
Wow.
Yes. Scholarship.
Wow, there it is. Come
Yes.
on now. $0 for college.
Woo! He can. Won't he do it? He'll do it.
And
Won't
you know,
he do it?
and I'm going
He
to say
is
this
a
right here.
provider.
Yes.
Now, today, of course, you know, now they've opened the doors for college athletes to set their own endorsement deals, and
Oh yes.
and particularly if you have with 37,000 votes, some of those votes could be actually, you know, converted into social media followers.
Oh, yes.
And if you have a significant amount of social media followers today, a lot of these companies are doing deals with
NIL.
athletes.
NIL. That's right.
Yeah.
NIL.
Shout out to Crystal. Come on, now, you
Name,
better-
image, and likeness.
Come
if you
on.
didn't know
That's
what
it.
that is.
Wow,
NIL
That's it.
deals.
Congratulations.
Huge.
That's awesome.
And you know, it's crazy because, you know, you were just talking about money for college. I wanted to say this to people because a lot of times I don't even think people recognize what they have access to. Just turn this into a faith moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was sharing this revelation with somebody the other day. You've got to recognize who you are to God
Mm-hmm.
and who He is to you.
Mm-hmm.
What your relationship to God really means.
Yeah.
You know, you were talking about this trust muscle, this trust season. You got to recognize what this is. This is a revelation God gave me years ago, and I'm gonna tell you, I had it even before I got into the Word. Nobody taught me this. This is something I walked in. Now, my father-in-law, God rest his soul, you know, who was a retired lieutenant colonel. Everybody called him the colonel. He had a presence about him.
Yeah.
He had a presence about him where when you met him, when you walked in his presence, he made you stand up straight. He ain't had to say nothing to you.
Yeah.
He was that dude.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first started dating my wife, you know what I'm saying? I would go over the house and I mean, he put you on your best P's and Q's when you walk in the house, you know, sir, can I have something to drink? You felt like you had to ask permission to go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? It was, he just carried that kind of presence.
Mm-hmm.
But watch this. The day after I got married, I didn't ask nothing. I walked in that joke and went in the refrigerator like I owned the place. He never told me I could make myself at home or anything else. But watch this. I came to the conclusion all on my own. If he was willing to give me his most prized possession in his daughter, there won't nothing else he would take from me. That he would withhold from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I could have his daughter, there ain't nothing in that house I couldn't have.
Surely you can get some crackers.
Exactly. I would walk up in there, look in the refrigerator. If it was cantaloupe in there, I pull out a bowl and got me some. I ain't asked nobody nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was tired, I walked down in the basement, went and took me a nap. They'd be asking me, where Tuck at? They looking for me. I went down the house and went to sleep. I mean, I walked around like I owned the joint because I said, if you were willing to give me your daughter, what won't you give me? Well, the scripture says, he who would not, if he didn't forsake his own son, how shall he not with him freely give us all things?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So if
Freely.
he was willing to give up his own son for you, how will he not with him freely give us all things? What is it that God won't do for you if he gave you his son?
Freely. Freely. Come on now.
And that's a revelation I think most people just have not gotten. He gave you his son.
Right.
You know, it's so key you mentioned that because coming out of 2023, going into 2024, and let me say this right here: 2023 is not over yet.
No.
So a lot of
No,
y'all
it's not.
are already looking forward to 2024 before you finish with 2023. It's like when somebody brings in a new bottle of ketchup, a new bottle of barbecue sauce, and then everybody start reaching for the new one. No.
Finish that up.
Finish that one right there. Get all that out.
Finish that one before you open up this other one. What's wrong with you?
Get it all out. Get all that barbecue sauce out of there. Yeah.
Still something in there.
Yeah. So make sure that you don't leave nothing on the table for 2023.
Right.
Donna, you mentioned something key before. You said, and I appreciate your candor. You said, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I was so 2023 for
It was
for me
exhausting.
was exhausting.
It was exhausting.
Was
Yes.
it what made it exhausting? First of all, I appreciate your honesty. What made it exhausting for you?
A couple of things. The fact that I've never really been sick, you know, and I had 2 things, or maybe 3 things, excuse me, that happened this year, you know, in 2023, and it was tiring. You know, it was taxing on the body, and I will say this: for the first time in many years, I felt tired. You know, I felt a little like my age almost, I would say. And that was an eye opener for me, because usually, you know, especially with building sets and whatnot, I just pick up them 4x8 flats, throw them around, put them up, build the set by myself. But I found that after a couple of illnesses here, you know, a couple of little things that went around and some procedures I had to have, I was, you know, I couldn't do it as freely. You know, it took quite a bit more effort, you know, and so I was like, you know, I don't want to feel like this. So now I got to do something. So 2024 is going to be the really self-care year for me.
Got it.
Self-care in a lot of different things, because we say it, self-care is not selfish, you know, but do we really practice self-care? And I really want to practice that. I've gained so much weight even over the year, and you know, I just have to do something different for myself.
Is it that you're going to do less or do the same or more, just more strategically?
More strategically. I don't think I'm going to do less. I think I'm just going to get a strategy, work the strategy. But I have come to the conclusion that this is one thing that I'm going to stand strong on. I'm going to be adamant about this. I'm going to take one day a week that I do nothing, no business, nothing, something that I want to do that's going to help edify myself, that's going to help rejuvenate myself. If I have to go somewhere overnight or whatever, but I'm going to make sure I take one day with no business, no anything, just me and God, just communing and me getting to know him on a better basis. We were talking about that earlier. That's what this year has kind of taught me. You know, if we go back, that's what this year has taught me, that believe what God says about you, not what other people, and definitely not the enemy. Who it just came to me the other day. Now it's going to sound a little strange. He absolutely hates us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I did not realize the depth of that statement.
Yeah, and by he you mean the devil.
The devil, the enemy, the foe, whoever you want to call him, call
He
him
don't
out.
like you at all.
He absolutely despises us.
Yeah.
And death is what he wishes for us.
Yeah.
You know, because he knows where he's going. So death is what he wishes for us. And we can't have that.
No, not at all.
We can't do that. And we can't let the people that we love, you know, we have to give them the package and say, look, there is a way for you not to go with him. And the decisions that we make in 2023, 2024, and on up, the decisions that we've made, we can either accept them and move on, ask God for forgiveness, repent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And move on and stop living under that condemnation that he desires for you to live under.
Yeah.
It's going to destroy you.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think a lot of folks this year saw that. And I think you mentioned that. So you mentioned that point about him hating us, how much he hates us. That was a revelation for me. Not that I didn't know it,
Right.
But what I think probably was for me, what was revealed was the tactics and the depths that the enemy will go to try and distract you,
Exactly.
to try and deter you, to try to confuse you, to try to thwart your process and to contain you. Years ago, my pastor, Dr. Marsha Bailey, she did a teaching on the spirit of containment and how the enemy, particularly those who have a call and who are ministry minded and kingdom minded, how the enemy will try to contain you. Even if you allow me to use this frame into this little box, right? And God wants to do so much more, but the enemy will try to block you in, lock you in. If you allow him to, he'll get you landlocked. But if you really know who you are, you know your purpose, you realize that there's so much more. There's so much space. There's so many opportunities for you. The kingdom of God is vast, and there are no limits in the kingdom. But the enemy wants you to focus on his world, his ways of doing things, and there are always limits in that way. And this year, I saw the attacks. I saw the strategic, deliberate attacks, even stuff that was self-imposed, self-inflicted.
Right.
Listen, sometimes we do stuff. We make it
To
easy for
ourselves.
them. We
Yes.
self-inflicted.
You gotta
wounds.
realize the Bible says the enemy comes but to steal, kill, and destroy.
Yes, sir.
But Jesus said, I came that you would have life and have it more abundantly.
Yes.
You know, the Bible says that the only purpose that the Son of Man was made manifest was to destroy the works of the enemy. And so, and it says, as Jesus is, so are we in this world. So our whole purpose is to destroy everything that the enemy has built.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you got to realize. That's the reason why you're here.
Yeah.
Is to destroy the things that the enemy has built. That's our assignment.
Yeah.
That's our assignment. Our purpose is to build the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
But our assignment is to destroy the things the enemy has built, because the enemy couldn't have built anything had we not aborted our assignment in the first place.
Come on, now.
Had we not abandoned our purpose in the first place.
Yeah.
And so Jesus came to destroy what Satan had started to build. And so now he says, as Jesus is, so are we in this world. So we've been empowered to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the enemy is not, we don't call him the enemy for nothing. He's our adversary. As the young folks say, he's the op. He's the one we are our direct opposition to, because he's trying to stop you from achieving and fulfilling the purpose that God has on your life.
Yeah.
And so we've got to recognize that first and foremost. And he's going to do anything and everything to stop you. He can't. But this is the greatest thing we have to recognize, though. He doesn't have any power.
None.
He doesn't. That's the whole thing.
He's a deceiver.
Said a mouthful, Pastor Ted.
He's a deceiver, and that's his greatest power is deception.
Come on.
He's no different than David Copperfield and the guys in Las Vegas. He's doing tricks. It's sleight of hand. It's deception. We fall for it.
We got to go to break, but I really want to, before we go, I want to talk about that deception thing for a moment, because man, that is the trick, to deceive us and to really cause us to believe and to think that what the enemy is trying to present to us is true. And it is not at all. It is a lie trick.
He don't have no new tricks.
Yeah,
He doesn't. He been using the same
trick that he played on Eve is the same trick he keeps using. He said, if you do this, God don't want you to do this, because if you do it, you'll be like him. He created me like him. I'm already like him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're making me forget who I am in the first place, so that I do something other than I'm supposed to, because I don't know who I am.
Right.
It's amazing, because those tricks, those traps, those strategies to deceive, it's the same strategies over and over and over again. And he's been doing it again, another year of the tricks and the traps and the devices of the devil. When we come back, y'all, we're gonna get into some of the news stories of this year, and I'm gonna touch on something that's a current news story something that we kind of beginning to talk about now, and I'm kind of give you my take on it real quick without going into too deep in on it, because I don't want to make that the whole show. But I will say this: there's ways that you can stand up when people try you. I don't care what industry you're in, what job you have. There's ways to stand up and let folks know that you ain't about that business, you ain't about that foolishness, you ain't about that nonsense. Do me a favor, y'all. Call your mama, call your daddy, call your auntie, call your cousin, and tell them Happy New Year. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and the Akintunde show is on. We'll be right back, y'all.
One of the best stories that I have in satisfying one of our clients happened just recently. We had a young lady that was did a family reunion for, and then they came back and placed a reorder. Now, when they placed the reorder, we could not get everything done in time. Well, we had to pull a lot of strings, make some things happen, work a little bit late, but it worked out where we were able to get the t-shirts printed and out for delivery. That's the things that we do for our clients, and we want to do that for you as well.
It's easy to become frustrated when ordering branded products and apparel, but P&B Promotionals is here to help ease those frustrations with their over 800,000 promotional products and apparel. Whether screen printed t-shirts, embroidered polo shirts, stadium cups, umbrellas, or mugs, P&B Promotionals has just what you need. Log on to pbpromotionals.com and start your order now. That's pbpromotionals.com, or send an email to info@pbpromotionals.net. info@pbpromotionals.net.
Imprinting the best for less. P&B Promotionals.
Are you under age 65 and still need health insurance? Now is the time. And we can help. We are Be Insured for Life. And we assist people like you to get health insurance now. Individuals, families, self-employed, early retirees, gig workers, even 1099 filers. Or, you lost your job? No problem. Our full suite of health, life, and supplemental plans fit every need. Some subsidized plans even have a 0 monthly premium. What is your need? Call Be Insured for Life today at 866-357-0777. Or visit our website at beinsuredforlife.net. We are open all year.
It's the Akintunde Show.
Say what? Say what?
You heard what I said.
That's right, y'all.
The Akintunde Show.
Spell it.
A-K-I-N Tunde.
Oh, yeah.
All right, y'all. Want a better way to make your money grow that's potentially better than a 401k or CD? Consider the Gold Standard Group. Banking on the blockchain. Learn more about blockchain banking by reaching out to Legacy Wealth Builder with Keisha Walker. With so many banks failing and changes in the marketplace, now is the time to get more information. Text CONTROL to 803-312-2873. That's CONTROL. Text it to 803-312-2873, and make sure y'all let Sister Keisha Walker know that you heard about it on the Akintunde Show. The Gold Standard Group. Are you in need of a quality used vehicle? Well, consider my friends over at Woods Automotive Sales. Whether you're in the market for a new vehicle or a used vehicle, foreign or domestic, Woods Automotive can get you rolling. Give them a call at 803-401-5837. That's 803-401-5837. Or go by and see Lester at 802 Hazelwood Road, Columbia, South Carolina. That's 802 Hazelwood Road, Columbia, South Carolina. Woods Automotive Sales. Guarantee the ride with a smile. All right, family. Slidell, Louisiana coming up December 31st, and I'll be down there with Pastor Weathersby, Living the Word Christian Center, and we'll be live on the My Church channel. Huge shout out to Linked Up Church and New Foundation Outreach Ministries, Chapel Hill Church in Atlanta, Georgia, and Revealing Truth Ministries for the my tour run December 8th through the 10th. Literally, y'all, four dates, 4 ministries, 5 performances in 3 days. You want to know how we did that? Started out Friday in Atlanta, Georgia, got up Saturday morning and went to Orangeburg, South Carolina. Okay, came off stage in Orangeburg, South Carolina, drove to Tampa, Florida, 2 services, 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Left there, went straight to the airport, flew to Atlanta, even had a flight delay, but still got there on time, and did a 6 o'clock evening event concert for Chapel Hill Ministries. It was a phenomenal weekend. I hadn't done that in a while. I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I used to do that all the time back in the day, but I hadn't done that in a while. And that was that's some young man stuff right there. But I'm still young. Can't do it. But I will say this. I don't know why I'm hearing myself.
You ain't young as Donna.
You know what? I will say this, and I don't know why I keep hearing myself. I don't know if make sure we're not muted or feeding back anything. I tell you what though, what was interesting was it took me a day and a half to recover. So I got back in Monday, and I felt that until Wednesday.
Yeah, that's that proof that you're not as young as you think you are.
Yeah. No, I'm not as young as I used to be. How you feel is a choice. I'm 52, y'all.
Yo, you ain't young as you think you are, because as a man thinketh, so he is. So evidently, you ain't young as you think you are.
Let me tell you something. I got it done though. Mm-hmm. I got it done. It felt good doing it. Felt good doing it. So,
all right.
let me shout out Pop Earls, the encourager. Pop Earls, whether it be
my man, my mellow,
an encouraging text. Pop Earl sent me a wonderful text when he found out what happened with Elijah. My son Elijah had a bad car accident on Sunday, December the 10th, and flipped his car multiple times. And the miracle is the Joker walked away with a sore shoulder and some scrapes on his hand that only was just he got cut by the glass when he was climbing out of the truck. So that alone is a huge testimony right there. Let me tell you something. I just give God praise, and just again, that could have been a whole different conversation. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean that's the thing, man. It's so much stuff, man. We could always be thankful for. We don't even recognize, man, how good God is.
Come on, Jesus.
You remember Jason and his family?
Come on now,
had a horrible car accident this year.
Yeah.
And like you said, and walked away.
Yeah,
crazy.
And I mean, and that was a bad wreck.
Yeah,
that was a bad wreck. I mean, but again, those are the clear example that the blood of Jesus works. That ministering angels are real. Come on,
right there, right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2023. Again, anytime when you take stock of the year, even when you take stock of things that didn't happen the way you necessarily wanted to. You always have to consider the things that did not happen, even the stuff you have no idea about.
Right.
Yep.
No idea about.
You just got to always thinking the fact that you here. You just don't know. You just don't know.
My God.
The fact that you here. So many times I think we get caught up in things not happening the way we wanted it to.
Right.
Right.
And you don't realize if things had happened the way you wanted it to, you don't know what would have happened.
You know, to that point. Listen, I talked about it a little bit up top, but there's some things happening business-wise right now that if they would have happened the way I wanted them to, they would have been a mess.
Yep.
Or they would not have been nearly as lucrative or valuable if they would have happened the way I wanted them to.
Look. The original deception, the original fall of man, God said not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He did not want us to go to the place where we determine what was good and what was bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
That was the whole point. I don't want you to start trying to determine what's good and bad for you.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I don't want you to partake of.
Right.
See, because you're making decisions based on information. I already have a system for you based on revelation.
Come on.
Yes.
What I reveal to you is perfect.
Come on.
Your decisions based on information is flawed because the information you get may not always be complete. You can't see everything in the natural.
Wow.
You're not operating in the supernatural. In the spirit realm, you can see everything. The physical world is limited, so you can't get all of the information.
Yeah.
And so at that point, what he's literally saying is, I don't want you to operate from a natural system because it's an inferior system.
Come on now.
And by doing so, we traded a superior system for an inferior system. So we have to choose to live by revelation. We have to choose to. That's why he says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him.
Acknowledge.
Acquire your knowledge from him.
Come on.
And he'll direct your path. Let him do. Let him tell you what to do.
Jesus. Let me tell y'all what to do. If you have forgotten to order somebody a gift, if you got that person who you can't find something for, I got you, y'all. Listen, y'all. This year in review is brought to you by our very first Akintunde's A Very Funny Christmas Comedy Bundle. You get 3 comedy specials and a comedy album for $25. This is a digital download. We got the physical cards too. I got some on the table right here. I got a whole bunch more in the back. Again, this is the fastest selling comedy Christmas package we've ever had in the history of our company, and we got a whole bunch in the back. So if you want to get you a physical one, we still can do have them, and if you can send them out these wonderful, nice. Shout out to you, Nissa, for choosing these great envelopes to put them in. And so many people got their Christmas gifts while we were on the road at the table, and this and some nice, nice, nice.
If I would have picked them, it came in a brown paper bag.
A stark white envelope. That's what it would have been.
No, this is why I'm laughing.
Probably came written in crayon.
This is why I'm laughing. Now.
Back of a napkin.
I'm just gonna keep it real.
hey, the code on the back of the napkin right there. As far as they code it, hey, no, that's a 5, not a 2. That's a 5 right there. Don't mind my handwriting.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Right, that's a 5 right there.
Unissa was like, she got these envelopes. I said, how much them things cost? I'm like, what doing that for? She thought, no, this is nice. And I was like, man. I was like, look, it don't take. I said, okay.
That's why he gave you a
He said, it don't take all that.
I said, the card. I said, look how nice the card is. The card is enough. He said, you got to put that in something.
Right.
That's why he gave you a red. Submit ye one to another.
And when she put them in she put them in together. I was like, oh, okay. I said, okay, all right. I see.
Nice.
I see. I totally. Who said what?
Last comment.
What he said?
Yes.
He said, I think he is young. Mighty Joe Young was also.
What?
That's terrible, Pop Earl. Mighty Joe Young.
Pop stay locked and loaded, boy.
Oh my God. My mama used to always tell me about a friend of our grandmother's who looked like Mighty Joe Young. You know, older people tell you something over and over. He's like, Mr. Sammy, he looked like Mighty Joe Young. And if Jaleel has no idea who Mighty Joe Young is.
Oh, he said he do.
Say what, Jaleel?
Yes, I do.
You know who Mighty Joe Young is?
The only reason why I know who Mighty Joe Young is because of the doggone movie made by Disney in the 90s.
But didn't I tell you? Don't you ever question Big Daddy's TV trivia?
Mighty Joe Young was a full movie. He rampaged through a city.
Was it?
In a panic at the end of the film. Yep. Yes, I'm spoiling it. And it had the most amazing chase sequence in it as a kid. I was like, this is crazy. Full gorilla, no CGI, running. Well, no, there's probably some CGI, but it was pretty doggone impressive.
Wait a minute.
It was a solid movie.
Wasn't Mighty Joe Young a Godzilla knockoff?
No.
Not Godzilla. I mean a King Kong knockoff.
No.
Somebody had adopted it was a pet.
Okay. That's right. Mighty Joe Young was a regular sized gorilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, but he grew. He was bigger.
It was somebody that they were trying to raise him as a baby.
Yeah.
And he grew up. It was an actual gorilla.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. We need to really go through some of these movies. I've been telling Jaleel for the longest. Two shows I want y'all to hold us accountable for. I hold us accountable for me and Jaleel to do a movie trailer show. Okay, because we both love watching movie trailers. I thoroughly enjoy movie trailers. I hate movie trailers today because they all look the same. They all have the same sound effects and the same music. It's like, really? Can y'all get some new sound effects? Yeah, they do. I just saw a whole bunch of movies the other day.
I'm so sorry.
I'm like, okay, we still doing that anyway. And then I took me and Elijah.
Sound like somebody got gas.
I'm not doing it justice. It's effective when you see it. But we need to do a show, old school versus new school. It'll be a closed show. We can't do it on Facebook, on YouTube, or any streaming platform that will stop the stream if you play music. You probably have to do it over on our private page. I want to do an old school versus new school with me and Elijah play new school hip hop and old school hip hop in battle. Because I've been telling him before that you can't touch the old school hip hop. No. With new school. I turned Jaleel on. Okay, I promise you, we about to go to the topic. But I turned Jaleel on the other day to the Beastie Boys.
Oh, wow. You went way back.
Oh, I knew the Beastie Boys, but I didn't know that song you played. I didn't know that song you played was by them.
Here's a little story I'm about to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with Ad Rock, MCA, and me, Mike D. Ben had a little horsey named Paul Revere. Just me and my horsey in the port of Veer. Riding across the land, kicking up sand. Sheriff posse's on my tail because I'm in demand. Let me stop. All right.
Uh-oh.
One lonely beastie I be, all about the place without nobody. Let me stop. For Donna, yes. catch a verse.
I want you to know that when you do that, old school versus new school, it's not going to be that even. It's not going to be that one-sided of a thing. It's not. It's not.
Oh, I can guarantee you.
It's not. It's not.
I can guarantee you.
No, it's not.
Oh, I can. What?
It's not.
What?
It's not.
What?
Respectfully, it's not. Because, like, the truth of the matter is, one side isn't better than the other. Y'all got stinkers, and we got stinkers. But if you look for the people who spitting hot, who spitting real game, you're going to find it today, and you're going to find it tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
That's a fact. That's not a lie. That's not a delusion. That's a fact.
This joke about to make me bring this up sooner than I thought.
No, I'm just saying, respectfully, I've never truly respected the notion that today's music sucks. That's a lie. Ain't true. If you listen to stuff on the radio, you're not going to get it. Oh, not you. Other people. I'm just saying other people in general. Yesterday's music is great. Believe me, it is. But we got some great stuff today as well. If you're not listening to it, that is not our fault.
If we really want to get gangster with this thing, we can pull an acapella and go lyric for lyric on the sheet.
Oh, okay. All right.
They can't. Oh yeah. I'm trying to tell you. No. Can't do it.
And after you go lyric for lyric, you go beat for beat. Half of the beats y'all using is sampled from old school beats. I guarantee you.
Just because it's sampled, first of all, not all of it is sampled, and the stuff that is sampled doesn't make the lyrical content any lesser. It doesn't. It doesn't.
You sound real cocky and confident there, young
I don't
fella.
sound cocky and confident. I don't sound cocky and confident. I am a respecter of both of those things. What I have an issue with is anybody saying one is better than the other. I've never loved that.
Oh no.
And I never will.
So y'all watching it right here, right now. We about to set this date, and I'm asking y'all to give us 7 days to get the date together. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be a private event on a landing page.
Paul says as a DJ, he should be the judge.
No, Paul, I'll tell you what, Paul. If you're a DJ, Paul, I didn't know that. Paul got more layers than a doggone onion. If that is the case, Paul, you can be one of the DJs because we're gonna have some DJs too. And you can, but the audience, the full audience, is gonna be the judge. So Jaleel, you have to bring some of your young folks because it's gonna be hard to beat. We know better.
It's not going to be hard. I promise. The problem is there's such a terrible bias. I don't understand people who play one side. That gets on my nerves. I love y'all though. I love all y'all. But we going but
we ain't saying y'all ain't got some.
No, I'm just saying.
But I'm like if we had to do a dream team versus a dream team, I'm like it'd be slaughter.
It's not going to be slaughter. Respectfully. It's not.
Wow.
Well, y'all a lot of folks don't know.
That sounds like it's coming up then. Let's make
it a
date.
And, we got a dream
let's
team
get that in.
We got let's keep it on schedule. And of course, y'all know Donna was one of the founding members of JJ Fad. So of course,
Baby D.
Donna, like you had a freestyle. Don't Donna like she could have been in JJ Fad, one of the girls.
She was Baby D. Ain't nobody don't know that. Don't nobody know that. I'm sorry, Donna. I ain't mean to put it out the street. People be running up on you.
See, now people gonna be knocking and calling me and whatnot.
Baby D,
I'm out of that game.
See that?
Out of that game.
Yeah.
Donna said, I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more.
See, she was a part of seasoned salt and ghost pepper. Donna, well, 2023. 2023. Let's talk about some of the things and stories that happened.
Ooh.
The events that happened in
Okay.
2020 that 2023 will be commemorated for.
Well, I got a few things.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with Roe versus Wade overturned.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is something. That they took that landmark case and now they have reversed it, overturned it, and now people are going kind of crazy. There is a court case right now that this lady wanted to have an abortion because she felt like her the fetus, because it's still a fetus, I think at this time, wanted to she was going to be have some disabilities that were going to be very severe, she was told by the doctor. And so she wanted to have an abortion, and they the state said, if you have one, we're going to charge you. So she wanted to go out of state to have it done, which is that's what she probably will, because what she was saying is that, number one, her doctor told her that, and she, you're getting professional opinions here. Your doctor said that the child was going to be severely deformed because of what she had, and that she may not have children again. So that was the things that she was considering for her family. That number one, she wanted more children. She was not going to be able to have more children. This is what the doctor said. And that, the child would be severely, severely handicapped and deformed. And she was like, she didn't want to do that. Now, pro-life says, do it anyway, and pro-choice says, I have a choice whether I want to put my family through this or not, and they, my body, my choice. That's what pro-choice is. So she's, from what I just read, that she was going to go to another state and have it done. So that's going to be a big thing, because you're going to have people all over, women just all going to another state where they can have it done and come back. But will they be prosecuted for it?
Yeah, I mean, that whole thing is one of the most divisive issues in the country. You have different folks that fall on different sides of it. What's interesting for me, that being a landmark case, is two things there. Number one, if you think politics or you think your vote doesn't matter, this is definitely one that shows that it does. Now, no matter what side you fall on concerning that, I'm definitely pro-life, hands down, pro-life. I don't necessarily believe that you can legislate that, though.
Right.
I don't think that you can. I think it's very hard to legislate morality, particularly in this country that we live in, which is, I know people call America a Christian country. It's actually not. It's country. People say that America was founded on Christian principles. America was founded on slavery. America was founded on thievery. So there's a lot of things that have come up over the years that we stand on that's actually not factual.
Right.
But I will say this right here. I believe that life begins at the point of conception. That's my personal opinion. I believe that if it was me, I would press on to see if the child is healed and the child is lived. But I can't oppose my opinions on any other person. And I believe you run a risk of, when you try to legislate morality, that's a slippery slope, and that pendulum swings both ways.
Exactly.
We had an interesting inflection point in our country, and that was definitely one.
Yeah.
What you just said, the thing about that is, it's not even my opinion. I believe that life begins at that moment.
Yeah.
Because that's my belief system. That's what the word says.
Right.
But like you said, you can't legislate somebody's belief system.
Right.
Because the thing about that is, it's always going to have to be your choice, because God doesn't even legislate our choices.
Right. 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 He gives us free will.
God gave us free will. So how am I going to take yours?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where the problem comes in, because when people say, well, they're trying to be God, no, you're not even trying to be God, because God don't do that to
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's where people have to be very careful at when you start trying to overstep those bounds. Those are controlling. That's a sense of control that God doesn't even do to you.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's how we know we've gone into a power thing at that point. We've gone into a control thing at that point. And so even if it's our belief system, we have to teach people, we have to show people who they are, what they have entitled to, and share our faith with people for people to accept the faith that we have. We can't force them to.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's something we believe they're in error in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's so key right there. And I think one of the ways that you, no matter what, because there's several things where today we are at the intersection between life, law, government, and faith and morality. And when I say faith, I'm talking about everybody's own personal faith. We had an interesting collision point, and I think what has to happen is through love, through you displaying, you walking in such a way, you draw people nearer, closer to your faith, rather than you trying to beat them over the head with what you believe. I believe no matter what office or position you hold, particularly in your secular space, in your general market, you know, walking in such a way that you draw a person towards your faith. Today, for them to come say, and you say, man, you know what? You're a good person. You're always consistent. You're always loving. Oh, I see this in your life. I see this in your children. I see this in your marriage. I see this in your family. I see this in your health. Whatever that is, you'll draw somebody in such a way that much easier, much more likely than you will if you beat them over the head. I never forget one time I saw the DMV. The DMV in Colombia is right down the block. One of the DMVs is right down the block from an abortion clinic, right? Again, I'm pro-life all day, right? But I'm like, that's the first time I actually saw some people across the street from the abortion clinic, and I was like, oh, and the signs that they were holding up and the way that they were acting, I was like, wow. It was that was the first time I'd ever seen it like that. And I was like, man, I said, hey, even though there's some things about what you're saying that I agree with, that ain't the way to get it.
Right.
That's not the way to do that. Mm-hmm. So you know, there is and again, and the thing about it is, I know we got to move some other stuff, but it's so nuanced that you can't just come at it with a sledgehammer. That thing there is layered, it's detailed, and you have to judge the motives of the people who are even screaming pro-life. Look very close at what what they say and what they do, and other places and other ways that they vote. Very, very layered, very nuanced conversation. But I think really, y'all, we really and as people, I don't care what side of the aisle spectrum, what your faith is, man. When you start talking about these different things, don't just be spewing talking points. Think and consider the details of what you're speaking about, because it's so complex.
And even when we talk about people even pushing the choice issue, recognize how weighty of a choice that is, because so many people are making that choice without even thought.
Come on.
And that's one of the big issues that a lot of people take with it is the fact that people are just, I mean, you acting like this is not a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's nothing to be casual about.
And that's the sad thing. So many of those things have taken place just because you were reckless.
And they're using it as birth control.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. So you want to end a life because you were reckless, because you didn't want to spend $1 at the drugstore. Beforehand.
Yeah. And how many of us?
Because you didn't want to inconvenience yourself. I mean, it's just that's reckless.
And how many of us? And I'm not talking about anybody on this screen right now. But how many of us? And when I mean us, I mean all people. Were born into imperfect situations, imperfect circumstances. Right. That again, I'm not talking about any of us. But you could have been born into a situation where the option to have you at that moment wasn't the best one. Right. That's why I say we get into these silos and we fall into these categories and we take everything that they're feeding us and then spit it out on both sides of it, pro-life or pro-choice. Not thinking about the details and in the nuances of it all, but yeah. 2023 other stories. Let me read Pop Earl's comment. I see a new comment here. Pop Earl said Robert Jr., Jason, Christina, Pastor Tuck, and Pastor Stephanie Anok miscounted 7 children.
He said he celebrated his 50th wedding anniversary with his bride and all 7 of his children.
Amen.
He said Yanissa wasn't there. He said he thought Donna was his child until he found out the day that she was 3 years younger than him. He said, so she his baby sister.
Okay.
50 years in marriage, y'all. Come on. That was 2023.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome.
An amazing feat for 2023.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Some people can't even make it past a year.
Yeah.
You know,
Jason celebrated a year in ministry.
Yeah, in 2023. Come on now,
Jason.
Come on.
Okay.
Congratulations.
We didn't do the show last week.
Right.
Man, they got him good. They showed our video first. So when they started service, the guys went up, and they started showing the videos, and so they showed our video first, and they showed a couple more, then they showed Mom and Pop Earl's video, and so Mom and Pop Earl's video is up, and they're talking about they wish they could be there with him, and then Pop walked up and tapped him on the shoulder. Jason screamed like a little girl.
Nice.
Jason screamed like a little girl.
I love it. I love it. Oh,
that was great.
I got to go see that. Is that video on Facebook?
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, go to
North Garland
page. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, they got him.
Oh, I got to see that.
He screamed like a little girl. They had flown in the night before, so they didn't know it. So
they posted up.
So they were posted up, waiting in the wings. So he's sitting there just attentively watching the video.
Wow.
Like I said, when it got to them, like he tapped on the shoulder, they would scream like a little girl.
I gotta see that.
He's probably so happy.
Oh wow!
Well, congratulations, Jason. You deserve it, man. I know it's been a rough year, because usually your first year is a rough year in getting adjusted and acclimated to everything.
Yeah.
So, but just keep on going, keep on pressing.
Come on.
So, and speaking of keeping on pressing, we're going to keep on pressing on this list.
Yeah.
Another thing that happened is AI. Artificial intelligence, offers promise and peril.
Yeah. Talk about some of the peril first. Let's come back to some of the promise, but let's talk about some of the peril first, because I think what's your thoughts and what you got?
It moves right into one of the other things, the WGA strike, which is the Writers Guild of America strike.
Yeah.
One of the things that they were talking about was how they're not getting, AI is coming into play. People are using that, and they're not getting compensated for their work.
And I will tell you this right here. AI makes it very easy to create. Now, I don't, as a writer, I'm very, I really have to have my pages, particularly talking about screenplay or jokes. I got to write it. Okay. But something like a press release, that AI is scary. It's scary. You put it like I could go in there and I could put in Donna J, Pastor Lewis Tucker, Akintunde, Elevate, My Church, Ox Show, put it all in there and tell it what I want to do. That sucker will go in there and pull from this and pull from that and have a whole narrative. I'm like, how did AI know that? I didn't know that.
Where'd you get that from?
Where'd you get the information from? And then you gotta be careful with it, because it'll be lying too. I said, wait, well, no, I ain't did all that now. Take that out of there. It's like a lie now.
And even in the music industry, the same thing. That's a lot of the artists were saying, they think it's wonderful that it works, that somebody created this, that it works, but you're taking revenue out of people's pockets. And
but I think that's gonna happen.
Oh, it already happens. It already is happening. That ship has sailed. That train is already going down the track.
Wow.
All you can do now is try to figure out how you can jump on. Because it's going.
So, and what does jump on look like?
Yes.
Exactly. That's what you got to figure out. Is how can you utilize it
exactly
to your benefit? Because you can't get that genie back in the bottle.
So to that point, my thing is with AI, I don't want to do what we did years ago, because we had this habit of, and I mean people of all races, creeds, colors, all financial levels, internationally and nationally. We had this way of demonizing the new thing. So we did it with the internet at first. We did it with computers. We did it with social media in particular. That was probably one of the biggest ones over the years. Is the book face, and you don't be on that Facebook, and I'm not doing no ministry on no Facebooking, and I don't believe in putting this, and people need to come to church and all of that. And I'm like, okay, I get that. True, real talk, but this is happening. So the key is not to do with AI that we did with computers, that we did with television, that they did back in the day with radio. Some of you preacher out there preaching on the radio. That's not God. God is not the radio. He's in here. That people was preaching against all that stuff. So and my thing is, like, you don't want to be that same person. You don't want to do that same thing that so many others have done before. Go ahead, Jaleel, hop in. So many of us have done before in years past.
Hello. Oh yes, I was just saying that yes, I do agree. We need to be careful about demonizing AI, but I also will say as well that we also. I mean, if you look at what happened with Hollywood, it wasn't just the Writers Guild that struck; it was the actors. Right. Next, for real, the visual effects and animation industry are coming next. This is going to happen again. The truth of the matter is, AI can be a useful tool, but if it continues to, but if all these industries, not just Hollywood, but others outside of it, continue to replace humans with AI and computers in order to not just make their work more convenient, but to save money, lives are going to be affected, and people are going to continue to strike out against it until there's some form of balance found. So while I do agree with jumping on the boat, even that's not the easiest solution. There has to be some middle ground found, or one's going to overrun the other.
Here's the whole thing: the whole middle ground. Where's the middle ground?
The only middle ground is you have to, just like everything else, people are going to have to realize, when society is progressing, you have to progress with it.
Exactly.
You have to figure out the old school people is just, for example, people who used to be typists and used to take shorthand.
Right.
That is no longer a skill.
Right.
That is no longer a job.
Right.
The person who did that, when people started typing, you had to learn how to type.
Yeah.
People who did typewriters, you had to learn how to keyboard.
Yeah.
People who learn how to keyboard, you have to progress with it. Otherwise, you get phased out. And it's the same thing. The people who used to draw by freehand, you had to become an animator.
Yeah. And guess what?
It's the same thing. That's what I mean when I say jump on the train. So if AI is now taking your job, you have to figure out how to use AI and become part of the people who are either writing the code, who are utilizing the AI, because AI is not just out here doing stuff by itself. It has to have somebody on the other end of it utilizing it to do this. It's less people, but it has to be skilled people to actually make these tools work. Hammers don't get up and hammer by themselves. So even if it took 5 guys with a metal hammer to build a house, but it takes 2 guys with a nail gun you need to learn how to be the nail gun guy.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. We just watched them build right behind us 2 houses in less than 2 months. Wow. Back in the day, it would take you 5 months to build a house. 5 months.
So
and I ain't talking about that long ago.
So that's the thing. So there's not going to be a middle ground where we go, okay, well, if y'all going to be using these nail guns, you got to figure out how to pay us. No. You got to figure out how to be the nail gun guy.
Well, you look at,
otherwise you'll be sitting at home holding your hammer.
But you look at, like, to Jaleel, to your point, look at this right here. Think about the person when Disney had the animators that were from the Walt Disney School of Animation, where they drew everything layered and drew it. Now, when Walt Disney first started drawing, it was more of, I'm talking about literally paper by paper, not layers. This piece of paper by piece of paper. Okay. Then you go into the animators. You go into the Pixar realm of things. where now they are literally being able to animate and create something that's 3D and it moves completely different. But look at now, we fast forward to the point. Me and Jalil, I forgot which Indiana Jones that was the last one that you and I watched the other day. The whole first 9 minutes of the movie is old school Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford looks like 34-year-old Indiana Jones.
Wow.
And I'm watching this thing. I'm like, that's crazy. There was a couple little places I said that look animated, but for the most part, I'm like, that's sick.
Yeah, but that's different though. Yeah, but that's different though. That is different. The issue a lot of people in the industry are having right now with it is that with artists in particular right now, like artists who make their money doing art for all these different industries, all these different industries, these AIs, they're not generating that art from nowhere. They're borrowing from other sources, other people's work. And these artists are like, yo, you're basically stealing our work to create data for your AI to generate artwork. And it's cool and all, but when you incorporate that into the business to make it more convenient and to generate what you want, not only is the work not only is the AI as it stands right now not going to be quite precise because there's something very uncanny about it and unnatural about some things about it. Right. It's not only that, but it's also the fact that you're replacing people with something that is imperfect. Yes, you could get somebody to perfect it, but at the end of the day, these artists are going to be like, you're basically replacing us with stolen work that's not even up to par as it is. That's just one example, though. But
that's already happening.
You know,
that's already happening.
It is already happening.
What's going to have to happen to fix that part of it, Jalil, is going to have to happen through legislation. They're going to have to legislate the parts. There's going to have to be some kind of way to determine what has been borrowed, just like sampling.
Yeah,
you follow me?
Yeah.
There's a certain part when you sample in music, you can sample certain things and not have to pay for them, but it's you sample a certain amount and now you got to pay for it. You follow me?
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's going to have they're going to have to figure that part out, but otherwise it's going to be the same thing as sampling. If I don't say I don't know what the exact rules are. You might know a little bit more about like when you're sampling music.
Yeah.
But it's the same. It's no different than that.
Yeah. I mean what they created was the synchronization license and you license this and this part of a track or this much of a song. All that stuff they developed over time to create a system that has now fallen on its ear because everything is changing because of technology, specifically AI. So all I'm saying is while I agree as a creative and an artist, I fully agree. Okay. What I'm saying is we can't control where it's going. We got to figure out how to hop on and ride with it because it's happening. It truly is like I mean,
but there still has to be. I mean, like it's not that we need to stop it, but there absolutely has to be a balance found. The same way both of y'all offer the middle ground that benefit everybody for a time until things shifted again. That's what's going to happen for this. It's going to be the wild, wild west. Same way how it was with Cash App, where everybody could just send the money off until the bank got involved, and now you have to file a tax for it if you're using it. It's all that stuff. Eventually, these things will be regulated, but right now, it's wild west.
Off just like Napster. It's just like Napster.
Yeah.
And then you're right. There's going to be a time where there's going to become some kind of regulation to it. But what I'm saying is for people who are like, well, they can't do that to me. Yes, they can.
They can.
And it's going to happen.
They don't care either.
Your best bet is to figure out how do I evolve so that I don't get left behind.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because so many people are like, oh, well, like you're expecting time to stop. For you, it's not going to.
And we got to move on. But let me say this: last thing I'll say is this right here. The thing about AI is it doesn't have a face.
It does not.
Right.
So Napster was one young man who started a website in his bedroom, and he was in high school or college, I believe. And then everybody was looking at Steve Jobs, and everybody was looking at Bill Gates, and they were the big trendsetters in terms of a lot of things concerning your personal computer. So you had some faces to attach to this. You don't really have a face for AI, and it's broad, and there's so many companies that's getting involved with, so many companies that are focusing on separate areas. The best thing to do, and because I'm trying to figure this out myself, you got to focus on a particular area and then figure out how you can either master the platforms, the content, the systems, the strategies, the technology that's there, or create something new out of what's there and apply it. It's just like preachers and teachers and pastors and leaders. Listen, you can sit there and say, some of y'all around here using AI to write your message. Yes, some people are.
They are.
But now you can debate whether that's right or wrong, right? Here's the thing. I have my opinions about it, but here's the thing, y'all. It's happening. So the question is, how do we utilize it?
look. They the same one saying that is the same one that was buying sermons at the bookstore and at the conferences years ago.
Buying sermons at the bookstore.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Go ahead. No, listen. Let's go, because that's a rabbit trail right there. Ooh, that's a rabbit.
All right.
What else we got? 2023.
Okay. I'm just going to read some, and then we may have time to discuss them.
Yeah.
Disney turned 100.
Yeah. Walt
Disney and Roy Disney put that Disney World and Disneyland together, and Disney turned 100.
Yeah.
Now, this is why I found this to be a very interesting fact.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first full year that the Earth has hosted 8 billion people, and that there are more young people alive today than ever before in history.
I've been stroking.
And
that's what I've been doing.
Is it?
I've been stroking.
That's what they've
So
been doing.
I can't even say 7 point something anymore. Now I got to say 8 billion people.
8 billion.
8 billion people.
So now, and the African continent
this is good, right
experiencing a youth boom. The African continent, they're predicting by 2050, 1 in 4 people will be African.
Wow.
1 in 4 people will be African.
25% of the entire world's population will be African. Wow.
That's something.
Let's get back to Eden. Live on top of
it. Wow. Yeah.
I couldn't resist that one. that one.
That's amazing. Like right, that though, because there's a trend right now that in America, the trend is actually the opposite. Whereas because less black people are getting married, we're having less children today. Okay, and then the other thing of it is a lot of folks, and I don't have a problem with this at all. I need to be clear about this. There's much more interracial marriage and interracial dating, so that you're going to have much more interracial children.
That's right.
So what they're saying is that there'll be less black children dark as I am, in the future. But what you're saying, Donna, is Africa, the continent.
That's right, the African continent.
They getting it.
Is experiencing a youth boom.
Well, see, what you don't realize, what you just said. You just said because of the interracial, there'll be less children as dark as you.
Well, yeah.
No, hold on. What you don't realize, that's not the problem.
It's not a problem either way for me. To be clear, I need to be clear about it.
But
I got no problem interracial dating.
But you don't realize that's not the issue.
Go ahead.
Okay.
With interracial dating does not create less use. It creates less on the opposite end of the spectrum. Because if you mix the opposite end of the spectrum with any other color,
it's black.
There is no opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And that's the theory of the Francis Cress Welsing wrote a book called Racism and Color Confrontation. And that's the theory, because that's white genetic annihilation. That's why black people are at the height of racism, because they pose the greatest threat to eliminating an entire race.
Yeah.
That's
what I meant when you said just a few seconds ago is once you mix black with anything, it is now black.
Exactly.
You put
once
some
you,
of this
once you
with a
mix
Chinese
white with
person.
anything, and once you mix white with anything, there is no more white.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's why racism is so prevalent in the world. Most people don't even recognize that.
Yeah. And just to be clear, what I was referring to in terms of America is there was a conversation. I forgot who was having the conversation, but it was talking about the darker skinned African American will be much less prevalent in the future.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I was referring to. Again, again, to be clear, and I'm not saying this trying to. I'm talking about. I want to be clear about the whole interracial piece. I'm not one of these people who are against interracial dating. I'm like, here's how I feel about it. As long as you with a man and a woman, hey, enjoy yourself. and even when I tell my kids, listen, man, you marry somebody that's a Christian. Okay, if they're in another race and they're Christian, that's what I want you to do. I know somebody have a problem that drop your comments in the comments. I really don't care. I'm just telling you how I feel about it in my house and my family. Okay, but I'm just saying it's interesting to me for Donna to pull that stat that it ain't just in the words of my man Marty Simpson, it's gonna be Africans.
That's gonna be something.
Danielle Lake asked what was the name of that book. It's called the ISIS Papers.
Oh, okay. Did you say the HIFIS?
You said ISIS?
ISIS Papers. Yes.
Okay.
Like ISIS, the
like the mighty ISIS. Yeah.
Okay.
Almighty ISIS.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I thought you were talking about ISIS.
It's the ISIS Papers, the keys to colors.
Interesting.
Okay.
But
Well,
that's something I read back in my militant days back in college. But I never forgot that's how she broke down racism. How that's the real fear behind racism.
Interesting.
Wow. I got a couple more, and then we're gonna wind this part up.
Yeah.
Global temperatures shatter records with wildfires, earthquakes, extreme droughts, and record flooding. Now, this also said that this was the hottest year on record in the past 125,000 years.
That's crazy.
This was the hottest year on record. That's kind of crazy.
And you look at these storms. And you look the intensity of these storms. I mean, again, that's why I tell people, man, when you fall into these silos and you start believing just what somebody says because they are the same color as you, or because somebody is the same political party as you, or believe in a certain creed or whatever, facts is facts. The people who deny global warming, you might as well deny math. you might as well deny science. All that, it's crazy to me. Yeah. I'm like, man, there is no doubt that not only is this weather and global warming real, it is intensifying and increasing.
Yes.
Like heavily increasing and multiplying. Like just last night, there was a major earthquake in Iceland. I'm sorry, a major volcanic eruption in Iceland that was preceded by an earthquake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's go to the next one. A San Francisco-based First Republic Bank fails, and it's auctioned off by the U.S. FDIC to J.P. Morgan Chase for $10.7 billion. And that's the second largest buy-off in U.S. history. The second largest. That says a lot for itself.
Yeah, we really got to get educated. I'm saying all of us, myself included. We got to get more highly educated in terms of finance and how the system works. Because I never forget one time, I'm not going to say how much money it was, but I went to the bank to withdraw a rather large amount of money. And them jokers told me I couldn't get it. I'm like,
why? You couldn't get your money?
They didn't have it in there.
Wow.
So all this currency.
Y'all better run my money. Y'all better run my money.
Let me tell you something. I had to go around to multiple banks to get that money.
B better have my money.
Right.
Hey, bank better have my money. Bank better have my money.
Right.
You know, it's funny because, like I said, I remember, like I said, I was buying a car one day, and I was buying it cash, and I went to go get the money out the bank, and it looked like I scared them.
Oh yeah.
I scared them to the point. Looked like I swear. They had the looks on their faces like I was robbing the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, the teller first was like,
$25,000 cash. Oh yeah.
You want that?
I have to see if I can do
Press
that.
the button. Press the button.
And then
Oh,
they
yeah.
went, and she went and got a manager.
Uh-huh.
And then she went and got another manager. And I mean, they over having conversations like, can we do that? Can we give him that? Can we? And I'm like, what do you mean? Can we do it?
Yeah.
It's in my account.
Money.
Yeah. Give my
That's
money.
right.
It's my
Give
money.
Yeah.
And I mean, this went on for like 20 minutes,
Oh,
like
yeah.
back and forth, and like they had to call somebody. And I mean, I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think that's bad? Try to deposit $25,000 cash.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Or $25,000 period. I mean, not too long ago, the teller asked me. This was this year. I made a deposit, and he said, would you mind if I what he said alerted not the FDIC.
No, they got to actually alert the IRS. Anything over $9,000, they have to. You got to sign a piece of paper to say where that money came from.
So and then he said to me, he said, do I have permission? I said, do I have an option? And he was like, well, no. I'm like, what you asked me for then? I already know this.
Anything over $9,000, they letting the IRS know.
They looking. They're looking. They're arresting you in the airport and everything for it. Anything over $9,999.
Oh, I'm talking about this.
99 cents.
This is the days before Cash App, before everybody was swiping cards at the table. I remember traveling on the road and getting pulled over, and the dude checking the car, and I was like, okay, let me just tell you this right here. Before you go in that bag right there, I got a lot of cash. And he was like, okay, why do you have cash? And I'm like, okay, if you're looking at the other bag, you're going to see a bunch of DVDs with my face on it. See this face right here? That's face on DVD boxes. And he came back, he was like, oh, okay. Then he wanted to talk and, oh, you're a comedian and all that stuff.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, Joker, you was about to hem me up for several hours. The only reason I let him search my car, because I had to get to a show. I'm like, I ain't got time to be on the side of the road for 2 hours because we done did this before. No, sir. Check the car. But understand, there's cash in that bag, and it got dog. There's DVDs in the other bag. Leave me alone and let me go. That's a whole other conversation right there.
Crazy.
Whole other conversation. Go ahead, Donna, real quick.
Okay, all right. So Israeli and Palestinian conflict with Hamas attacking Israel. The coronation of King Charles since Queen Elizabeth passed last year. Yeah, he had the coronation. Let me see what else. Okay. Fires in Maui.
Yeah, that was. Whew.
Okay. How about the Chinese spy balloons?
Yeah. Oh, okay. If you connect the Chinese spy balloons, we don't have time to get into it. Chinese spy balloons, the war in Israel, and then the war in Ukraine and Russia.
Right.
We have to be careful and be strategic and deliberate in our prayers, because if any of the superpowers get involved with either of these conflicts, okay, if America gets involved in Ukraine and Russia, okay, if China or Russia interjects themselves into the conflict between Israel and Hamas, Palestine, if you could literally have another world war.
Oh yeah,
very easily.
Easy.
That's why people out here. Well, America needs to do this, and America needs to do that. I'm like, man, y'all need to understand something. This is not sledgehammer business right here. This is about diplomacy. You got to operate with a scalpel, because this thing can get out of control real quick. Yep. And here's the thing: to all of the people talking that nonsense, none of y'all jokers got no stomach for no war.
Not for real war.
Americans have no stomach for any type of conflict where there's a draft, or much less if it comes to our front door. None of us have it. Very few have any stomach for it.
That's crazy.
Very few of you have an arsenal like I do.
Wow.
You might have an arsenal, but guess what? If it all comes, you're not about to go downtown to hey, I'm Pastor Lewis talking. I want to sign up to go fight for the country.
I defend everything in here.
Pastor be like, Tuck, get back in this car. You are not going out.
I defend everything in here.
Well,
last one, Donna.
Last one. This was the year of the baseball cap and the folding chair. What about the Alabama brawl? Alabama brawl. Yeah, I would save that one for last. This is the year of the baseball cap and the folding chair.
Here's the question. Do y'all think that was the biggest cultural story of the year?
Woo, one of them. I think it was one of them because it went viral so fast.
I don't know what other cultural story was as big.
That probably was because the slap was last year. So
right.
That might have been the biggest one this year.
Yeah.
It was a slap with the hand last year. It was a slap with a chair next year. So what is it going to be next year? So we'll see.
Man, y'all listen.
So those are the things.
We had a ball with y'all today. I pray this is our last live show of the year. We'll put out some other short form content. Of course, we got our brand new Akintunde show, Mike's and Stu's podcast. The first one is out. Shanita Morris and myself are sitting down chopping it up, and Shanita went to a whole lot sharing her testimony, even talked about one of the dust-ups and conflicts that she had with our brother and friend Griff. And I talked with Griff last night. He said that he definitely is willing to talk to, and him and Shanita, hopefully they can work things out. But it's not like a big issue. There was a conflict. There was
so Aka's gonna have the United Nations right on the Akintunde show. I have a sit down like in the gangster days. Have a sit down.
Negotiation.
Gonna have a parlay. And sit down.
Parlay.
Come in.
Parlay.
Everybody frisk at the door.
Yep.
Griff thought it was funny that I used the word a summit. But I think I think it actually should be done off air. Now they come back, we do something on air too. That's good too. I said no, that
definitely needs to be off air because y'all too tight to put that out in the business in the street until y'all get that straight.
Yeah. So and as we said, I would say it's a lot of younger comedians who are watching. Particularly in our space, the Christian gospel clean comedy space, it's not enough of us. We don't have enough opportunities as it is. So definitely, if there's some disagreement, that's okay. That's okay.
And the enemy just wants to put some dirt on that.
Come on, that's all that is. Yeah.
But the one thing we definitely need to mention before we leave 2023 is that this was the inaugural year of the My Church channel.
Yes, I have that down there.
Founded and established on Resurrection Sunday weekend.
Yeah.
The Lord is doing a great work.
He's doing a great work. He's doing a great work. And I was going to save it for last, but since we are literally out of time, I will stop the music and say it's right here. On last Saturday, not this past Saturday, but December the 9th, I celebrated 28 years in holy, happy matrimony to my bride and real Eunice.
All right.
And we celebrated privately, and this is going to be a whole month of celebration. And we're celebrating some new heights and new levels in our business and our family. But I just have to say thank you, baby, for rocking with me for 28 years, 30 years together. We met over 30 years ago, 31 years ago to be exact, on River Street in Savannah, Georgia, in front of an establishment called Wet Willie's. And that was an alcohol establishment.
Yes.
You was out there on dollar drink night, $2 drinks on Wednesdays. Yes.
Wet Willie.
Who's that girl in that red over there?
Wearing that Obsession Columbia.
I had on
wearing that white diamond.
White diamond. Diamond.
I brought Eunice the white diamond first. She wasn't wearing white diamond.
He said, "I want my baby.
Yeah,
This is what I want you to smell like."
You know she won't wear that old lady perfume. That was Rock Fetish. I got something. I got something I'm into. I'm into the old lady fragrances.
First of all, White Diamond was not an old lady fragrance back then. It has aged.
I just need you to put this on right here. I just need you to put this on right here.
It was new then.
I just need you to put a little dab behind your ear. And can you put a piece of peppermint in your pocket? That really turns me on.
Y'all some terrible Negroes. That's all right. I'm gonna put this video out and just by itself, and I want to know who else wore white diamond and still rocks it. Donna don't want to admit it, but Donna got some white diamond.
I did have some white diamond.
Ain't nobody in the nursing home. Ain't nobody in the nursing home watching our show. Ain't nobody in the nursing home watching our show.
First of all,
our
demographic. Shout out to all the assisted living facilities who hold down the Akintunde show. First of all,
that's not our demographic.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hold on. First of all, we ain't got no music, but stop the music. Pastor Tucker, have you forgotten how old you are, sir? Sir, you are in the assisted living range. Them advertisements you get every single month from Humera and
coming up.
ARP, all them prescription drug cards you get. They not giving you that because you 38.
I don't get out like that, brother.
Boy.
They not giving you that because you 38, sir. They give you that because you 52. So you can go.
Medicare. They sending me Medicare cards every single day. I get something on Medicare. Every single day I get something on Medicare. I'm still working. Every single day it's something about Medicare.
Ain't nobody listening to you, Donna. Donna's still getting carded when she goes to the store.
Yes, I'll take that.
Donna's like, it's just Diet Coke. No, it's still Diet Coke.
When we
Your
come
mama
back,
know you drinking all this soda.
Right, when we come back from break, let's see what happens.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
And go ahead, Ak. Are we having a show on Thursday?
We're not having a show on Thursday.
No, this is the last show.
Live show of the year.
Okay, so y'all know because we got accused of that before, not letting people know.
Thank
you. So when will we be back?
We'll be back the first week in January.
Yes. All right. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it right here on the Akintunde.
Y'all heard it right here first.
So let everybody know that this is the last live show of the year. Everybody need a break. Now you want to hear some recorded content. You hear some repeats.
Actually, wait a minute. This is not the last live show of the year. You will be able to tune into the My Church channel and watch Akintunde live on New Year's Eve.
There we go.
Yo, look at that.
There we go. There we go. To be clear.
All right. All right.
Yeah. So this is the last Akintunde show.
Right.
Live of the year.
Right.
But you can catch me on the My Church channel. New Year's Eve. Yeah. So there it is, y'all.
I don't know where you're gonna catch me on New Year's Eve. I don't know.
What you Don, you have no plans?
Hey,
I have to
watch
work.
Donna be in these streets. Donna be in these streets.
She be in Vegas.
I'll be working right over there at the airport, counting down.
Don't go to the Usher show. You might see Donna.
I don't have my cheeks cut out just quite yet.
Oh,
so that's the only way I'm going.
Oh Lord,
I'm going with some cut out cheeks
so I can
go viral.
The last one for the year.
Daily I
share. Y'all, we love y'all. We thank y'all. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Enjoy your family. Enjoy some time
Yes.
off. Enjoy yourself. And we'll be right back here first week of January and live. Of course, there'll be a lot of content. Y'all pray for us as we continue to grow, as we continue to stretch and continue to reach for the mark, the high call. Come on, family. This is the Akintunde Show. That's Pastor Lewis Tucker. That is Donna J. We have enjoyed y'all for 2023. Jaleel is in the back. And we will see y'all when we see y'all, family. Peace.
Peace.
Love y'all, family.